What's up, everybody? I'm the Yellow Ranger, and on this episode of What the Fuck, we're going to be talking about this domestic violence case right here, Susan Steele versus owner Lee Steele. Susan was born 1964 in New York, and she endured years of escalating abuse from her husband, owner Lee Steele, who was a blues guitarist at the time. At first, their marriage didn't start with controlling behavior, but eventually it led to controlling behavior, physical violence, and over time it intensified to include emotional, verbal, and physical violence. He alienated her from her support network, and he financially degraded her. He pressured her financially, degraded her, and controlled her in many ways, including recording abuse to humiliate her. In May 2003, he gave threats that he was going to unalive her, and she wrote a farewell note to her supervisor, and she fled with two of her children and sought help from law enforcement. But particularly what was about this case was her and her boss at the time, her supervisor, came up with a plan for her to escape and to take two of her kids, but one of her kids did not want to leave owner. She filed reports of domestic violence, and criminal charges were brought up against him for repeated violent assaults. In November 2004, owner was convicted on numerous counts: assault in the second degree, 6 counts, and assault in the third degree, 6 counts, and endangering the welfare of a child, 2 counts. He was sentenced at the time to 36 years in prison, reportedly among the longest sentence ever given for domestic violence, not resulting in unalivement. She was granted custody of 2 of her children, and during the proceedings, owner his sentence sent a strong message about the seriousness of domestic violence and the legal system's ability in some cases to hold abusers accountable. Susan went on to become a women's rights advocate and speaker, raising awareness about domestic violence. I want to take the time to say that if you are in a domestic violence situation, reach out to law enforcement for help. Call the domestic abuse hotline. Get help that you need. Do not stay in those situations, because it will never get better. And I don't care how an abuser puts it, domestic violence is never okay. Get out before you lose your life. If you need help, reach out to me, reach out to law enforcement. We'll get you the proper help that you need. What are your thoughts on domestic violence? What are your thoughts on Susan and owner Lee Steele? And check out the video of the things that he did to her. You can pretty much Google her name and those videos will come up. What are your thoughts on this? And let me know who I should do next. Like, follow, subscribe for more.